Yo, what's going on gamers? It's Ryan 6 days a week, and we just got some big news delivered to us in the OnePeg interview that happened just last night. The content patch that was originally planned to release in January is still going to happen. So yes, that is right, there will be a huge patch that either drops today or tomorrow. So look out for that and tell your friends. For this content patch, we can expect the new Ice Caverns map, also referenced previously as the Ice Caves, the new marketplace system that will exist alongside of our current trading post, the new Warlock Demon form and the skills that accompany it, and some hidden surprises that weren't completely covered in the interview. However, since the team did want to keep to their word and get a content patch out by the end of the month, there are going to be some features that will not be making it in this patch. This includes the Druid class, the arena mode and maps, and the training progression system. Now, let's get started with the Ice Caverns, which Terence shared a few pictures with us, but will very much be in an experimental form and is subject to change. Right now, instead of the enclosing Dark Swarm, it will have a freezing blizzard mechanic, indicated by the icy blue match timer in the bottom right. Along with new mobs like the Frost Giant, we should expect a slew of new ice traps, and even a new extraction mechanic that is unique to the map. Again, this is going to be released in experimental form first, so it will likely have its own queue and will have frequent updates as the map matures.
We just started going down that path of thought. Is that okay? Does it have to? Do we have to actually, because it is so experimental? Do we really need to have a solo, duo, trio, separate one for each of it this time? Or can we just start really like doing a lot of experimental stuff with it and then just kind of have it be on its own, and then we'll just, try different modes each hotfix, or so these are the things we're considering right now. We don't have a concrete answer yet for how we're gonna actually allow users to access the ice caves or ice caverns yet.
Okay. Next, confirmed for today or tomorrow, is the new marketplace trading system, which will operate as a gold-based item listing service. This essentially means that you will have the option to pay the trading master an increasing amount of gold to post items on the marketplace at a specified price for a certain amount of time. Ironmace heard your complaints. They really do want to make this process much smoother, so you can spend more time in the dungeons, and we can expect updates to the system as they receive feedback. For now, only gold pouches will be traded here, so any higher valued items, such as uniques, that will need to be exchanged in keys, will still use the trading post as the method of transaction. Both trading systems will always coexist.
It fits two different kind of audiences for right now, or functions right now.
Okay.
But the thing is, we do foresee a future where we're going to start offloading, where we see, based on your feedback, offloading and make things more convenient, so you don't have to be spending all exorbitant amounts of time just going through that wall of text, right?
Right. Finally, the last big piece of content that we know is confirmed is going to be the demon form for the Warlock. This will be a skill that allows complete transformation of the Warlock for a set amount of time. In this form, the Warlock will have access to new skills and attacks, and is actually going to serve as the testing ground for a future mode, where players can join into games as dungeon monsters that hunt players down. I do want to say that this will be something much further down the line, but it is pretty cool to hear that devs really want to make this happen.
One of our big things that we want to push for later down the line, I think we did talk about this in previous talks, was we want to leverage this system for later on, where people could end up playing monsters, right, in the game, kind of like as the Tarkov scav system, kind of. It's like a...
Now, I know you're disappointed that the Druid will not make it this week, but it does sound like it is coming soon, as they have finished the design of two of its animal forms. First, we have the Chicken form, which is an armor-piercing peck attack, the ability of minor flight, and the skill to eat insects, which I imagine is some sort of healing skill. Second, we have the previously discussed Bear form, which cannot fit through doors, but has a strong knockback attack, and can use the skill Wild Fury, which I imagine is some sort of offensive buff. Terence gives a few more animal designs that the team is working on, which include a rat form, a panda cat form, a penguin form, and a turtle form. No further info on any of these quite yet, but I imagine they all have some sort of unique movement and attack mechanics. For the highly anticipated PvP arena, that will also be left out this week, Terence did state that they will begin internal testing in the next week, as they're nearing completion, so they will likely introduce it into the test servers shortly after. So don't expect to see it in the game anytime soon, but if you did buy the Founders Edition of the game, you'll be able to give it a try ahead of time. For the training system, it does sound like the team ran into some more complexities and need to gather more data before they release any kind of preliminary version. They do hope to start by gathering leveling data, and will remove the level 20 cap to allow players to level up indefinitely. As they receive information from this, they'll introduce the training system iteratively, but have not set an exact date quite yet. I know, I wish I could tie a date to this, but that's all the info available to me at this time. There were some last notes I want to cover that were addressed in the Q&A section at the end of the interview. First, pre-game inspection and how it relates to stream sniping and ganging up. As of now, they do want to keep the pre-game inspection mechanic in, with hopes that it will solve itself as the player base grows. It does seem like this is an exclusive issue limited to just larger streamers or complete endgame geared players, so it's not something exactly on the critical radar as of now. On performance, Ironmace has rotated many high-level engineers to address this problem immediately, namely with optimizing how the game operates as a whole from the foundations up. They also will be tackling numerous bugs and exploits like the VoIP icon radar that was brought up in the interview. As for the cleanse bug that players were experiencing since hotfix 27, roughly, SDF stated that it was changed to only remove curses, so it's not actually a bug. This, however, may have made it too underpowered, so there's potential for a rework in the near future. On the topic of the crashing bug arising with the Chafe client recently, Ironmace will be working to migrate all Chafe game accounts to the Blacksmith launcher, so essentially giving the option to use Blacksmith launcher no matter what type of account you have. And finally, on the topic of teaming, Ironmace does have the matchmaking technology to counter this already set up, but do not wish to take this drastic of a measure quite yet. Right now they stated they will begin experimenting by making extractions a bit more difficult through the reduction of escape portals or by some other means. I guess while we're on that note, they did announce the end of season rewards, or some of them at least, and they're all going to be cosmetic skins. For demigods, there will be a unique cloak skin, which at this point, I don't even blame you if you need a team to get that. It sounds pretty awesome. I'm really excited for this update since, in typical Ironmace fashion, I think we are going to get more content than that was detailed in the interview, and a bunch more in the weekly patches that follow. On that note, I do want to play one last message from Terence before this video ends, since I think it is important that everyone hears this, as Ironmace team has been grinding away as hard as they can to get this out in January for their players, while at the same time being plagued by numerous external pressures and holdups.
We couldn't deliver as quickly. You guys probably noticed that, we weren't doing the weekly hotfix or weekly updates this time. We're doing every 2 weeks. And so there was a reason for that. And because of that, things are kind of got delayed. And so we didn't want to delay this even further. So we made an active decision that even though this is not the same quality bar that we usually expect, it was more important for us to get something out to the community and then let's fix this together. So that's the message that I really want to get out for this patch this time.
Gamers, I'm excited to see you in the ice caves either today or tomorrow, and please do leave a comment to tell me how you feel about the patch when it does release and you get to play it. As you know, I speak to the devs on occasion, and they even stop by my stream every now and then. So they're always curious about your feedback, as I am too. They really do want to make this the best game it can be, and they honestly have all my respect for that. Alright, thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.